Hello and welcome. I'm Jonathan.
And I'm Amy.
And this is J&A
Travel Day.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
And welcome to beautiful Cartagena, Colombia.
Yes.
We are on board Serenade of the Seas today, and we're hopping off the ship.
Yeah, and today looks a little bit different than we planned. We had an excursion booked through Royal Caribbean. And yesterday at 4 p.m.?
Yep.
4 p.m. it was canceled. So we hopped on Viator because we didn't want to stay on the ship. And luckily, a private city tour of Cartagena was available through Sion Tours. So hoping it's a great day.
Yeah, we're going to give it a shot. On the description, it says it takes you to a lot of the highlights.
It looks incredible.
So hop on off with us. Let's go check it out and see what Cartagena is all about. So we've made our way off of the ship. It is a short walk to the main terminal building, but they do have buses.
Yeah, they do.
And they are free.
Yes.
So if you are not one to want to walk, you are more than welcome to catch the short shuttle bus over to the main terminal building. And we've heard there may be like a zoo. Or
yeah, so
something.
some people are getting off the ship, just going to that zoo and then popping back on.
So we made it out of the port.
Yeah.
There was a little bit of a confusion. Oh, wow. Yeah, there's a peacock right here. So we are in, I guess, the cruise terminal, and there's just birds and a zoo here.
Look at that gorgeous one all sprawled out, showing off in the corner.
You can not puff your feathers. It'd be great. I'm just going to slowly step away here.
Look at the parrots. This is a gorgeous cruise terminal.
Wow.
Oh my God.
And they have all food out here for them. Let's take a look at this parrot.
They are just so gorgeous.
The peacock is coming, getting jealous of the attention we're giving. And I should have mentioned, this is one of our first videos that I am using a gimbal. I cannot say I am an expert at gimbal usage. So I feel like my hands have been far more steadier than the gimbal, but I'm sure that's not the case. But this is a beautiful cruise terminal. There was some confusion with the in-transit versus not in-transit guests.
Oh, look at this.
But they got it figured out very, very quickly.
I'm sorry you're having to listen to my, oh my gosh, look at this behind. But I am just floored. So I wonder if they have one of Pablo Escobar's hippos that I was just reading about.
If you are not doing a tour, you can get off the ship, walk this, or take that tram, and you're here in like 5 minutes or less. And there's a little juice stand here as well.
Juan Valdez coffee.
So once you transition through this store, you come out and there's even more birds, more peacocks. This is wild. We're still trying to find our way out of this place to meet up with our tour guide. It is beautiful over here.
It is
just to walk around. And the weird part is, I don't know if you could see in the video, but those brown boxes, that's the rest of the container port. So you're in a container port still, but you're in the middle of this aviary, and it's just very well done. Very well done. And
it's just a free excursion you can do if you don't want to go into the city.
And we found the exit.
Hey.
Okay, that was crazy.
It was a little wild.
Once you exit the ship, there are people asking for taxis everywhere. Luckily, we found our guide right away. He had a sign out with our name on it, and we were ready to go.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start our tour now. If you wanna risk it and you wanna just get a taxi, you can do that, because there are plenty of them out here trying to get a ride.
Yep.
But he did just show us the monastery that we are going up to. It is a Catholic monastery up on the hill, and it's where the golden goat was thrown off of. So we're gonna go check that out at some point today as well. So it's gonna be a fun day, busy day.
Perfect.
All right, so we made it to Santa Cruz de la Popa, which is at the top of that hill that we showed you at the very start. So our driver fooled us. Jorge fooled us.
And Francisco.
And said we had to hike up that mountain. But Francisco and Jorge came through and they drove us up to the top here. So now we are at the top of the mountain that you saw, and we're gonna be exploring up here.
150 meters above sea level.
Wow.
From this area, we have the best view of the city. For example, we can see Caribbean Sea, that's Caribbean Sea. Cartagena is a shore of Caribbean Sea. Our city is a shore of Caribbean Sea. That's Yerabomba Island. Yerabomba Island. On that island, we have 4 fishing villages.
So we just walked into the monastery and now we're going to tour through it. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful.
Wow, very pretty.
Take a seat. Well, now we are visiting Monastery of Popa.
They did a beautiful job refurbishing.
So the top floor is completely off limits at this location. That is only where the priests are. And as we had mentioned earlier, where they threw the golden goat off of the cliff, we are going to see that now. But just a beautiful area. It was abandoned for about 100 years and it was completely redone, but just unbelievable. The views, the craftsmanship.
So this is the view from the other side, and we got a beautiful view of the water, and there's fishing villages. And if you see over by the airport runway, there's that brown, red, kind of poked up roof. That's actually the local high school that Shakira donated the funds to build for underprivileged children. So just an amazing view from this vantage point.
All right, so it's the leaping of the golden goat time. So they were caught worshiping this goat when the priests arrived. And what they did as an offering to get rid of the goat was to throw it off of a cliff. So this is the location where they threw the golden goat off of the cliff. And it's a long way down.
Oh my goodness.
The goat was not going to survive. Golden goat was in pieces.
Well, it was an idol. You can see the huge area of the city. About 80% of our population, they are living on this area. Wow. Behind the fishing management, we have a lot of fishing neighborhood. And this construction like a half moon.
Yep.
Or that area from the lake to the avenue. That's the farming market.
I wish you all could hear. I know our mics do a really good job of blocking it out, but I'm sure you would agree, babe. You could hear just the
music,
liveliness,
the festivity.
It's unbelievable. This location that you see here is what he was just talking about, is the main market area, and you could just hear the people in that area and how loud it is and the amount of traffic and the music. It's just a different type of feeling and experience. Next stop is the fort. So we just arrived here at the fort. Took a short ride over, and we're gonna take a stroll through, and we'll give you some bits and pieces as we go along the way as we're walking. All right, so this is the Castillo de San Felipe de Barajas. So just want to get you to see a little bit of the entryway. They are open from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Sunday, so every day. And then there's your ticket prices, all listed on here. But our tour guide is gonna get us through, and we're gonna explore for about an hour now.
So we are walking up the fortress. As you can see, plenty of people selling stuff. But hot tip from a fair person, bring your sunscreen. It is a different kind of sun, and I know I will burn, trying my best not to. So bring it. It's also just hot, so just be prepared, but it is absolutely beautiful.
And it is end of April, beginning of May.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine July, August, what it's like here. Very humid. It's quite a hike to the top as well.
This fortress was built on top of San Lazaro Hill, because it was a hill. And the fortress was built on top of San Lazaro Hill, on the summit of San Lazaro Hill around the year 1657, to protect the city from the attack of the pirates. Because during that time, around the year 15, 16, 17, part of the year 18th, Cartagena was frequently attacked by pirates.
So this fortress was attacked by the French, and it was completely destroyed, and then it was redone in the 1700s. So that's what you're seeing here. The most recent rebuilding of this was around 1700. And then if you see behind me here, this is where the first battery was with all the cannons. And then if we rotate back here and we look up, that's where the second battery was, just in case the first battery was defeated by anyone that was trying to attack the castle, or the fortress, I should say. So, pretty cool. One of my favorite parts that our tour guide pointed out was that is the baseball school right there. So maybe I'll go down there and umpire some baseball.
When we were walking up, it was pointed out to us, they have these, boots of some kind. It's a statue, and there's a huge line of people. So we're asking, is it good luck? Why the line of people? And he said they're all tourists, and I guess they are told if you get into the boot or you touch the boot, you lose weight.
In it.
You sit in the boot, you lose weight. So we're gonna have to get in the boot before we leave.
Because we're gonna need it after this cruise.
Yeah.
So we're walking through the tunnel now. So if the enemy was trying to push through, they would be shot from the top. It's also a little cooler in here, and there's no sun, so. Now we're at the top.
So if you notice, this flag is different, I believe, from an earlier flag we filled. That is the city of Cartagena's flag. Okay, so now we're in one of the tunnels, and he let us know, I cannot remember the name in Spanish, but these are called killing houses. There wasn't this light here. The enemy would walk through the tunnel, and then they would be attacked by the Colombian people.
Because their eyes weren't accustomed to the darkness,
Exactly.
and they were coming from the sunlight.
So,
sounds like a pretty miserable time for the soldiers.
For real. So we've just arrived into the old town of Cartagena.
Yep.
And it's completely surrounded by walls. So we are beyond the walls and just enjoying the city. So it is absolutely gorgeous.
Yes.
We'll definitely include some snapshots.
And I'm gonna turn the camera around here so you can see the cathedral at the other side of the road. So we got the university down there, and then we have the cathedral at the end of the block. So this is all fortified by the old walls that were protecting this area during all of their conflicts. There are no street numbers, it's all street signs.
Named streets.
Named streets, sorry. But just really pretty. And unlike the past few areas we went to, our tour guide gave us a good little tip here. There is always shade in the old town based on how narrow the streets are and the sunrise, sunset. So there is mass going on. It's a Sunday here. So we're at the base of the cathedral, and there is the top of it. So I'm not gonna film inside because church is going on right now, but we are gonna take a walk over across the street. So right next door to the cathedral is the house of the governor. And then we've got our little square over here.
Proclamation Square, was it? Or was that
That's
behind
Proclamation
us?
Square behind us next to the governor's house, which makes sense.
Yeah,
It is hopping down here though.
it is, very much so.
And our tour guide knows everybody, so.
Yeah. And as he did warn us, there are some people dressed like statues. There's some lovely ladies in their dresses, some people with animals, and they'll insist on a picture. And if you take that picture, they will want cash. So if you don't want to give that tip, don't take the picture.
So we're being very cautious of what we're filming.
Around this museum, you're going to have some information about how the emerald mines are in Colombia. You can meet around this area. And this boy going to have more information about the museum because he has a lot of knowledge about the emerald.
Okay.
He has a lot of knowledge about the emerald.
All the emerald mines from Colombia are located in the middle of the country. This is a representation of the Andes Mountains. The Andes Mountains is only in the middle. Here in the coast, we don't have emerald mines, only in the middle, okay?
So we just finished up in the museum with Daniel, our lovely tour guide, and learned some of the history about the emeralds here in Colombia. They're absolutely gorgeous. They're the best in the world, we learned. So now I get to buy a new travel ring.
And the name of this is Caribe
Caribbean jewelry.
Jewelry.
Spanish is Joyería Caribe.
Joyeria Caribbean. And it's in Old Town in Cartagena.
So we just ran to a coffee spot to get some coffee. He actually bought some coffee somewhere else, but we couldn't get a cup of coffee there. So we ran into, and I apologize in advance, Se Volvia Crispy coffee shop.
That was great.
Thank you.
That was fantastic.
And he's getting a coffee and a bottle of water.
Yeah, just black coffee, ice, since I couldn't get it in the other location. We gotta give Colombian coffee a try. I'm a huge coffee drinker, so before we head out of here, we gotta give it a test.
Yep.
We are leaving Old Town. Caribbean Sea is over on the right, and the new town is straight ahead.
Some people say like it looks like Miami.
All right, we just
Yeah.
arrived back to the port.
We did. It was a little confusing, but luckily we just showed our little in-transit card and we're good to go. And we went through Manga Island.
Which is all just beautiful, huge houses that we got to drive around through
Yeah.
and see. And what we learned was they took a lot of the old houses down and in the 70s built these massive skyscrapers. And now since then they have made it a historic area, so they can't do that anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
We hope you enjoyed our day in Colombia. We had a phenomenal time. The tour was great. Thank you to Viator and Sion Tours. We had Francisco and Jorge. Jorge was our driver, Francisco our tour guide.
They were
and we hope
fantastic.
you all got some tips and tricks from us.
One other thing we wanted to mention, we booked that tour incredibly last minute because every excursion Royal Caribbean was offering in Cartagena
For in transit.
Was canceled. So an incredible tour for one that was booked literally 12 hours in advance.
Yeah.
12.
At 4
20
p.m.
hours in
yesterday.
advance.
4 p.m. yesterday we booked it. 8
Yeah.
p.m. last night they confirmed it. And 10 a.m. this morning they picked us up.
There's absolutely no way we would have been able to see
Nope.
everything we would have wanted to see and that we did see today, especially when the options that we were given was, oh, well, you can take the shuttle to the exit of the port and take a taxi. We wouldn't have known where to go.
No, this
So-
was way better.
Perfect. Definitely recommend booking it.
We'll see you on our next video. Have a great day, everyone.